Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review of the Infernal Hulk Issue 1 2025. Ooh, that is a gnarly ass cover, dragging some kind of dead dude or whatnot, so let us crack into this motherfucker. So, this pretty much is Rise, pretty much giving us the understanding of what's kind of going on at this point, and then we pop into here in Red Creek, Kentucky. And we're like, oh, right. I do like the minimal kind of stuff with the paneling, pretty much using black in the background to outline stuff. So we see two dudes walking around. Good work today, Chig. Help me get the plastic up before it rains, then you can get back home to diaper duty. One sec. Huh. Hey, Bridger, what's up, Pedialyte? Heh. Sherry says for me to bring home a boom, doom. Let me see birds kind of flying off in the distance like, oh, that's not good. Did you hear something? What the hell is that? It's an old evacuation siren. Never heard it before. They never used it before. 3 hours ago, as we see Bridger kind of going off. It's like, oh shit. I kind of like that they kind of focus in on them as they're kind of hearing this stuff. It's like, alright, what the fuck's kind of going on here? Now, 3 clicks. It ain't really him. He's coming up on Bravo team. I saw him on the TV with the Avengers once. He looked kind of scary, but he's a good guy. Boom. Still moving. 2 clicks and closing. This is that Mysterio guy or something. The real guy's going to show up in the nick of time and save us. You'll see. As we see armed forces and tanks and everything being like, what the fuck's kind of going on? So we see the boom kind of going on. It's like, oh god. Last bus just cleared the line. Town's empty, except for us. We're giving the town time to get clear, kid. That's the job, and we're doing it. Good? Yes, sir, Mr. Bridger. Holy crap, you're David Bridger? Captain Davis said you were a legit war hero in your day. That's not how I remember it. Well, he said you were a crazy good shot at least, and that you killed an assload of people. That's the opposite of a hero, kid. So, I really do like the Bridger dude so far. It's like, okay. As we see them kind of waiting as helicopters are blasting at something. 1,000 meters. What's your name? Dorsey, sir. I can see your name tape. What's your name? Oh, Travis. Travis, nobody in combat's a hero. Everybody's just trying not to get killed. The good ones help their buddies not get killed. I don't know this dude that well, but I like that. I'm like, yeah. And I think even Steve would be with him on that. I'm like, okay, cool. I know it's scary as hell, Travis, but I'm going to look out for you, okay? Yes, sir. Incoming. Oh, God. I can see him. The real one's going to save us. You'll see. It's like, God, and you know what? Hulk would try that, but we see the kind of silhouette there coming in. It's going to be, but then we see a full page of boom, doom, and that is just, I really like how it's kind of a darker kind of color, and then the explosion kind of going on. Really gives me kind of Warren vibes on how the art's kind of done, in a good way. So, they're pretty much looking at the crater and everything, and then we see dead dude next to his tablet. We see Hulk's hand popping up. It's like, oh god. Dr. Bruce Banner, by the authority of the Department of Defense, we're authorized to, as we hear doom going on, and that dude's trying to do his thing. We see his shoulder pop up, and then we get another nice one-pager. It's like, oh shit, there is no Banner here. What do you want from you? And then he just fucking claps and blasts that dude's head apart. It's like, holy fucking shit. Nothing. And that close up with the eyes, like, god damn. Light him up. It's like, I understand attempting to, like, if you're just pretty much trying to make it for the town to have enough time to get further away, because this isn't going to do shit, as we just see everything opening up and we just see the bullets bouncing off. It's like, holy shit. Just looking so annoyed, jumping up at a helicopter and grabbing. I really like the paneling for this page, as it's all kind of diagonal and everything, grabbing the helicopter by the rotor, and then just that smaller kind of one just hurt, and then getting a 2-pager of slamming it down. Holy fucking shit. And yeah, this is the middle. Nice stapling, no loose pages. Really looking forward to this Iron Man relaunch. I've liked what I've read of Joshua Williamson with Superman, and Carmen Canero did really good work on Captain America. Can't wait to see what goes on with Iron Man. So we see that the Hulk is just throwing shit around and just creating all kinds of havoc. Still getting blasted on. Smushes a dude. It's like, sweet Jesus. It even goes like squish kind of shit. And then Bridger's able to kind of like tackle Travis, telling him to run. Run, Travis. I know you. I see Ginny Dagal, the war devil behind your eyes. You little mortal, belong with us. Bridger, and this one as well. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, some green stuff is, like, splashed on the dude. It's like, Bridger's like, what the fuck? Before, like, barbed wire's kind of thrown on him. And he gets Travis and fucking squishes his ass. But that's not the end there. As he kind of starts transforming. Yes. Bridger, change now, my darling. Bridger, you promised, as they're both kind of getting turned and fucked up by the Infernal Hulk. It's like, shit. Bridger's like, what the fuck? Trying to shoot at him to kind of kill him to... Ha! Very well. Just you then. And it's kind of fucked up. It's like, oh god, I get what he's trying to do. Trying, like, if he can save him, he can save him. But if he can't, he's going to save him one other way. I summon the living city of Golgotha. Golothia. Sorry, it's a weird one. Golothia. Yeah. Once I summoned you to the bright tower of Nineveh. I now raise you from the mountain tomb of Udru. The mother of Harj is dead. Her eldest lives. Obey me. Sorry, it's a really kind of weird one. It's like, Golgothia. Yeah, Golgothia. There we go. Golgothia. And it's just gnarly looking as shit's going rumbling. Rise. And then a fucking tentacle pops up, and the ground explodes. I love the jaggedness of the paneling there. And he drops the Bridger dude down. That shit's going gnarly. We see him transforming as well. We see this fucking thing blasting up as he's going down. It's like, shit. Hours later. So we see him kind of bopped up and kind of fucked up, kind of puking and shit. It's like, oh god. And then we see what has been raised, and holy fucking shit, the colors. This is just beautiful and crazy and creepy and disgusting. It's like, god damn, the art really does it. As we see him looking out over. Bridger, come down. You said you'd look out for us, Bridger, remember? You promised. It's like, they're kind of alive, but that, and I don't know what the fuck's going on, and he's kind of fucked up as he walks down and kind of sees what's going on. I really like that kind of close-up on him before seeing Hulk kind of going up to some other kind of place. Doom. Your kingdom has its capital, children. Rise. As shit's kind of going, like, fuck, man. I like that close-up of the mouth. Conflicting reports out of Kentucky this morning as an entire mountain collapses, blanketing the region in smoke. Local groups first blamed a coal mine fire that's been burning for decades, but we are now hearing reports of a superhuman resembling a former Avenger, the Hulk. The Avengers have not yet confirmed Hulk's involvement, or if it is in fact Dr. Bruce Banner. Immediately following the catastrophe, superhuman-related incidents have risen sharply across the globe, and the occult community is calling for society to prepare for a modern age of monsters. Prepare? What's anybody supposed to do against something like that? Why are all the biggest, strongest ones always the worst ones? Why can't we ever get a monster who's on our side? Next, Atlantis and the Age of Monsters. As we pretty much see the Fantastic Four, which, of course, have their history with the Hulk. The Avengers. And I really like Cap and Spidey just hanging out like that. That's just really cool. That's like I like this for getting the Hulk and everything, but that's like my favorite bit, that they're just hanging out and doing shit. It's like, yeah. As we see someone in glasses that I'm thinking is kind of Banner. So we'll see what goes on with that. It's like, fuck, how are the heroes going to deal with this? The remembrances of the eldest Golgothia, the living city. The new age of monsters has begun, and as before, Golgothia is our sanctuary. When the One Above All created the earth, he created also the Demiurge to seed it with life. As with all worlds, that life was conceived by the One Above All's design, But with the coming of the Mother of Horrors, life on Earth began to change, and many creatures took on forms the One Above All did not intend. One of the few uncorrupted was the God's trumpet Gaia, and beloved by her was the Volantine Choir, a race of winged, brightly colored creatures that nested in trees and spoke in song. The sunlit forest in which the Volantine dwelled grew so tall that they seemed to reach the stars, and many of the Volantine lived out their long lives without ever touching the soil. Then came Vinraville, the mother of horrors. She blessed the Volantine with her corruptive seed, and though they kept their gift of flight, they became diggers also, long of claw and fang. They devoured the great trees until the forest lay dead and barren, and from the roots they dug a vast colony of tunnels and burrows. From their own bones and viscera, they built remarkable structures, and the colony of the Volantine Choir became the first city on earth. Though the Volantine were clever creatures, they were small and slight also, and so the Mother of Horrors chose one of their number to protect them. This one she blessed with great size and strength, and commanded him to protect his kin, and the city they had built. This one she named Golgothia, which meant keeper of my children, and he perched above the city with his wings ever spread wide, for the Volantine now favored shadow. As the monsters of earth claimed dominion over it, the One Above All at last took notice. By his command, the Demiurge and Gaia made it to create the Demigorge, and with its coming, the first great culling began. One by one, the many wonders Mother had created were consumed by the Demigorge, until at last it came for the Volantine Choir. As the Demigorge descended upon the Volantine, he was met in the skies by Golgothia. Though Golgothia's strength was legend, he was no match for the terrible Demigorge, and he suffered many grievous wounds. For a night and a day his blood fell to the city like rain, until at last the Demigorge struck Golgothia dead, and like a stone he fell from the sky. With Golgothia dead, the Demigorge turned to the city of the Volantine, but found it empty. The protector's sacrifice had given them time to dig, to escape the wrath of the Demigorge. Enraged, the Demigorge broke apart the earth searching for the Volantine Choir. But they had dug deeper than even the Demigorge could go. In his rage, he rent apart the enemy's corpse, drenching the deserted city in Golgothia's blood until naught remained. When the Demigorge had gone and night had fallen, the Volantine emerged from their tunnels and found their city destroyed. But the Mother of Horrors had commanded Golgothia to protect his kind, and death did not free Golgothia from her command. As Golgothia's blood seeped into the soil and stone and fallen structures, new towers of flesh and sinew rose from the earth to replace the old. By Golgothia's sacrifice had the Volantine survived the great culling, and his flesh became their living sanctuary. That sounds a lot like Made in the Abyss. Many times, servants of the One Above All would return to lay waste to the living city of the Volantine Choir. Each time the city rose anew, and became home to not just the Volantine, but to all Mother Vinraville's children. Aeons later, when I sacked Nineveh and made it my capital, the blood and spirit of Golgothia imbued every stone watching over us. Whenever the monsters of earth need sanctuary, the living city will rise, and when the human cattle grow desperate enough to come for us, they will find mighty Golgothia waiting. It's like, holy fucking shit. So we see the little bit there. It's like, that's gnarly. And of course, looking at the next one's cover there. So, I think this was a pretty strong start to it. Showcasing how, powerful Eldis is as the Infernal Hulk, while also bringing us with Bridger and what's kind of going on there. Bridger, I think, is going to be our main kind of anchor character with what's going on with Hulk. So we'll have to see what kind of goes on there with it and see how the other heroes react. I really like checking in with them, especially the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and Cap and Spidey like that. And then also Banner at the end. I'm pretty sure that's Banner, so we'll see what goes on here. It was just nutty seeing Hulk just lay waste to shit and then do that transformation, bringing Golgothia up and turning Bridger and those soldiers into whatever they are. So we'll see what goes on with that. I think it's a strong start. If you don't agree, I totally get that. If you are into not the complete horror angle that's going on with that, I completely understand that. You want Hulk to be a hero and do shit. So we'll have to see when we get to that kind of point, hopefully. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also, like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.